Every day, I start my day with prayer, and at some point, maybe once or twice a day, I do TM, Transcendental Meditation. Unwind by sitting on the couch with the dog. Any place is my happy place. I mean, I love being with my husband, anywhere, with my friends. Happy isn't coming from something external for me. It's really how I feel. I mean, we've been happy in like the most god-awful place because we were laughing and carrying on and we were all together and having fun, you know? So I mean, happiness is definitely an inside job. On a good day, how do I deal with rejection? Just accept it. Being rejected doesn't mean I'm bad or I'm wrong. I'm not a victim of somebody's rejecting me. You know what I mean? At the end of a bad day, I look at like why, you know, what was my resistance? What was my part in it? In the moment, what feels bad is what's uncomfortable for me. And I can look at what really is behind that discomfort at the end of the day. I can review it, go back and sort of say like, okay, you know, it didn't go the way I wanted, but maybe there's a solution, or maybe I just let it go, or maybe I just accept it. Don't drink alcohol anymore, and I don't take drugs anymore. For me, that's how I thought I could cope with life for many years, because I was addicted, and that they weren't really helping me at all. They were just hurting me. I like to kind of get in a zone and sort of move in that direction and give it my all. So when I'm pulled in different directions, I kind of freak out. Like it sort of short circuits my brain. Pray, meditate, drink juices, vape. I try to hold back and not react immediately. I try to take a breath or step away, but I very, very often fail. So I tend to fly off the handle. I become defensive, become argumentative, and I regret it. So then I apologize for having done that and not listening. I do have the tools to work with any conflict, but in the heat of the moment, I very often forget to use them. Nick and my shrink, Dr. Richardson, and Charlie, and above all, you know, the power greater than myself, what I call God. I was in a rehab, and a lot of the rehab concentrated on mindfulness and well-being, etc., besides the usual rehab, like 12 steps, etc. But they had elastic bands that said perfect, and they gave them to everyone so that you would look down. And it was actually from the I Ching, which we studied a little bit while I was there. And it's part of an expression or part of the I Ching that said, I'm a perfect being in a perfect world where everything that happens benefits me completely. And I think what I got from that was that I have the choice every morning. I have the choice to look at things through this filter or that filter, and I have the choice to learn from everything. And I can say, this might not be what I want, but this is what is. I can choose to learn from it, or I can choose to resist it and, you know, be against it and exert my will and fight it. But I think with the acceptance and the adaptation to what is, that I can still be me and I can be true to myself, and that my true self is perfect as I am. Oh God. Well, I do love a pepperoni pizza. I find comfort in other foods. I mean, I love mashed potatoes. Like actually basically any form of potato is comforting, and any form of pasta is comforting. I do love jelly beans, but I wouldn't call them comfort food. I've been listening a lot in the morning when I shower to I Say a Little Prayer by Aretha Franklin. I think because I started doing these makeup tutorials in the bathroom, I thought of that line. And my mother, who I didn't have very many positive experiences with, but one positive experience I had with my mother is like when she would get up and she would do her makeup, when she was feeling good, not depressed, she would listen to Aretha Franklin singing that. So I think somewhere there is a positive memory attached to that song. I think combat stress also for me is like, again, it's getting dressed and feeling good about myself, honoring the things that I love, and that combats stress. And working, I love having a project to work on. That's what I want to do. I want to be making something. And when I'm making something, there's a certain amount of stress because I want it to be good, or I want it to be right, or I want to get to that place where I'm happy with it. I had an actual security blanket, this blue corded fabric. I mean, it was a rag. I used to carry it everywhere, and I sucked my finger and had my I was like Linus. So if anything, my pearls have become my security blanket. I have learned over the years increasingly how important it is. My mother suffered from manic depression, so I was seeing a psychiatrist when I was very young. When my father died, all of us went to see a shrink. So I've had experiences with therapy and psychiatry for a long time. And I've always believed that mental health is important, but I'd say in the last 16 years or 20 years, I've come to know and believe and work on my well-being, my mental well-being, and how important it is.